Guys, it's Monday. That means it's a pool video, and we have been busy this weekend. So I've got a lot of stuff to talk to you about, a lot of stuff to show you, a lot of things to pool. Give me just a second. I'll get set up and be right back with you. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. Thank you for coming over. We appreciate you, liking and subscribing and commenting down below, because I try to reply to every comment I can. It's, difficult at times to get to them right on time, but I do my best to do that. We are resellers. My name is Max. I am the fast talking flipper. Angie, she is my better half. She's inside watching police chase videos last I saw. It's the middle of the day on Monday, and what we do is we recap what has sold since we shipped on Friday to today. We'll do this through the week too. We'll do 3 videos through the week, and that's what we do. We are resellers. We buy locally here for low, and then we sell somewhere else for more, usually on eBay. But this weekend we finally had a good weekend of sales on Poshmark, and I'll show you what sold. I got 2 items. I've already printed out my shipping labels, and I got 2 items. I got a set of pug bookends that sold for $60 on Poshmark, and if you're not aware, Poshmark covers shipping up to 5 pounds. For $7.97 or something like that, the buyer pays for it. Up to 5 pounds. You can upgrade over that. So know that if you get on Poshmark and you sell something that's over 5 pounds, you are responsible for the shipping over 5 pounds. And you need to upgrade your label too. So just be aware that that is a thing. That is definitely a thing. So adjust your prices accordingly. I have a set of 35-pound speakers on there that I had to raise my price up because they're on eBay cheaper because the buyer pays for shipping. But when I got to pay for shipping, ain't doing that. So that's the way it is. These will come in right at 5 pounds. We'll be okay. $60 on Poshmark. I sold this watch. I bought this in my lot of watches. It goes on that way. I bought this in my lot of watches that I paid $30 for 10 watches. Unbelievable buy. Absolutely unbelievable buy, because I've already sold several watches for over 100. I've even sold one for over 200, and we're getting down. I think I've only got 3 or 4 left. This one, I took an offer on Poshmark for $250. And they paid for shipping. That's an easy shipper. It's definitely going to get under the 5 pounds. I've already printed my shipping labels out because I have to go in a different platform. I don't like how they do their shipping. They email you the shipping label, and you can't. I haven't figured out a way to get on the Poshmark website and actually get the shipping label. So that's difficult for me. But that brings us back around to eBay. eBay, I sold 29 items for $1,559.06. So I've got a lot of stuff to pull. I don't remember there being a ton of like big heavy duty stuff. I got a Canon PowerShot. Little digital camera, and why can't I see this? I don't like it. I can't see how much it sold for. That's part of setting up that I did not do. I did not do it. There it goes. Canon digital camera. I think we took an offer on this one because, and I paid up. I paid a good little chunk of change. I think I paid $30 or $40 at the 127 yard sale. That's not really like paying up. It's not a ton of money. This is a good digital camera. Had it listed for $279. We got an offer for $250, and we took it. And that's what you're getting. It's a Canon PowerShot SX60. For $250 plus shipping going out of here. That's an easy shipper. We'll put it in like an 888, wrap it up in some bubble, 888, and get it on out of here. I got a Texas Instruments. This is an i2. It is an electronic calculator. No idea where this came from. I love it. You're like, oh great, we sold something, and you're like, where did I get it? Oh, I remember where I got this. This was at a yard sale that I showed up at. And they had all the right words. Yard sale was in the middle of nowhere. And that's saying something for me. It was like, it's one thing to like be out in the middle of the cornfields. It's another thing to be out in the middle of like the woods. And this was in the middle of the woods. I parked on the side of the road, and I showed up like right at 8 a.m. when they opened. And I was the first one there because it had all the right words, video games and, toys and blah, 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 blah. I show up and I'm filming, and the guy's like, I like my privacy. You need to turn that camera off. And I was like, okay, I don't want to get shot. But I bought an old calculator for him. Didn't sell for a whole bunch. $9.98 plus shipping. I only got a handful of things from there. I did get his video games and stuff, but it wasn't like a great sale. Rainbow Bright plush. On J4. I don't know where this came from either. HIJ. It says it's J4, but I don't think, yeah, maybe it is now. Maybe it is. Ta-da. Yeah, it's already shoved in a poly mailer. I don't remember. I got it at a yard sale. I remember that much, but I don't remember what yard sale. And I gave $1 for it. It was kind of dirty and dingy and gross, and we had to clean it up. You can see a little rainbow bite brush. You can see her little Chucky head in there. $15 plus shipping going out of here. $15 plus shipping. So not too bad. Not too bad. Where am I going? Is that P2 Marvel Storybook Library? I thought this would be a better buy than it was. I gave $2 for it at a yard sale, and I think it was at the 60 Mile yard sale. And I don't know. It was one of those things like you look it up and you get the wrong thing. You get that outlier that sells for like $40-50 for whatever reason, and it probably canceled. But I picked it up for $2 thinking, oh, it's worth a ton. And looking back, we've stopped listing stuff like this. Like if this would have been a mistake buy now, I would not have listed this. I would have put it in my yard sale pile and sell it at my yard sale, or find another method to get rid of this. Gave $2 for it. It sold for $7.33. That's a weird number. It sold for $7.33 on an offer, but you know it's going out of here, so that's cool. But I would have normally put it in my yard sale pile. That's my yard sale pile now. You can see we've got video games going in there. We've got an Echo jacket, just stuff that you kind of, when you're out at a yard sale, if you're spending a whole bunch of time looking at stuff and looking up comps and stuff, you're missing out on other buys. You are missing out on other buys completely. So you have to be quick about it. I'm all about getting into a yard sale and getting out quick. Unless it takes, like you're like, okay, there's a bunch of stuff in here that I really need to dig deep. That kind of stuff where you're buying books like that shouldn't take more than, a 5 or 10 second decision on yes or no. I comped it real quick and I was like, okay, cool, bye. And bought it and we were out because we had other yard sales to get to. Because you got to think, if you're trying to beat people there, every second counts. Literally every second counts. This isn't Walmart. They're not open 24 hours a day. You have 3 to 4 hours to do your yard selling on a Saturday morning. That's all you have. And if you have to divide and conquer that between, 50 other resellers in your area, hey, the first person is going to be the one that gets the deals. This particular not console, it is a PlayStation controller. That's the word, controller. It is a wired DualShock controller. $19.99 plus shipping, and it's blue, so that's what I think drove them to buy that one. It finally sold. Hallelujah, it finally sold. And this is the perfect example of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, is items to promote versus items to not promote. Normally, I would promote video games, and here's why. There is a lot of competition, and if you price what I call aggressive or competitively, which means that you price towards the middle to low end, or at the low end, that would be very aggressive. Pricing low is aggressive. If you price there, then you want to be seen first. You want to be the next one to sell. My philosophy is money in is money out. So you want to spend the money in so that you can get the money to send it out and buy more product. I would rather make a nickel today than a dime next week or a quarter next month. Because especially when we're rolling the dice on if next week is really next week or next month is really next month, we can't guarantee when our stuff will sell. So I will take every benefit I can to get a competitive advantage on my other competition. This is the perfect example of where that doesn't matter. There were none listed. There were very, very few. There might have been a couple of these listed. This is Midnight Mutants for the 7800. It is a Bolo. It sold for $99.99, and it completes my listings of the 7800 pickup that I got. We bought it for $100. We sold it for $500 total, everything that we got in there, and it took about a month to a month and a half. Dang good turnaround for one complete buy, and that was a Facebook Marketplace buy. If I would have promoted this, I would have simply wasted 5% because I promoted 5%. However, when I have items that there's 10,000 of them listed, even if it's got a high sell-through rate, I want to make sure mine's the next one to sell. I don't want to wait a week. I don't want to wait 3 days. I don't like waiting, period. I want my stuff to sell. I promote things that are going to have very little subjectivity. And that means like clothing. You may not like Harley shirts. So that helps me none to promote clothing in my mind's eye. It's not something that everybody is going to want. It's not going to drive you. The first one that you see isn't the number necessarily the driving factor. Size matters. Color matters. What the subject matter is matters. That's on that shirt. Promoting clothes, probably not the best idea. But promoting video games, absolutely. Promoting high sell-through rate items, I choose to promote those even when other people say that you don't. Promoting low sell-through items, that's a difficult one. I definitely do promote them, but it's only going to help you be the next to sell. It's not going to change the sell-through rate for you. It will not change it. If you have an item that has a 10% sell-through rate, what I mean by that is there's 100 listed and 10 sold. If you have an item that has a 10% sell-through rate, it's still going to have a 10% sell-through rate even when you have promoted your item. It doesn't help you any. All it does is make sure that you're the next one to sell. So what you're doing is you're affecting that sell-through rate. It doesn't make it necessarily, because if you're not priced right, that's part of it too, is pressing the scroll down button once or twice is going to change, the dynamic of how they see pricing. They don't have to sort by pricing. Paige and I, the 1 foot flipper, had a good conversation about this. I sold another camera, not as nice as that first one, but we had a good conversation about this, as he thought a lot of people sort by price when they're looking. And I don't. I firmly believe that people are stupid. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean people are stupid. It's kind of the way it is. People don't understand technology, and they don't know how to sort. And you know that this is true because we see people all the time that can't sort their solds. They can't look at eBay and say, hey, those are all the solds. How in the world are they looking at eBay not knowing that those are the solds, but yet they're still sorting by price? I don't think they're doing it. I think that they're just simply scrolling down and kind of in their head comparing prices. So if you're the first to be seen, and you have good pictures, and you have a good description, and you have a good title, and you're priced right, you should be the next to sell. Should be. That's kind of, it's a wishy-washy area. I did sell this camera. This is a Canon. This is a film camera. I want to keep going with stuff because we have a lot to pull, and I can talk forever about this. This is a 35mm film camera. Sold it quick. Listed it, and it sold like the same day. And I went for $49.99. $49.99. Getting on out of here today. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Toolbox. I got a set of glasses. So that's the way that I handle promotions. And I suggest that you look at it too. We are a very dynamic store. We move things quickly. We are designed to get things in and out of them quickly. And I want to get that number up. We have worked very hard on getting our average sale price up, and it's worked. But in what we have turned is that now we sell things slower. We did have a sell-through rate that was 1-to-1. My store would turn over, I would sell 800 items in 90 days, and I had 800 items listed. So kind of about where I was. That was awesome. That was a good sell-through rate. We sold a lot. I got these set of glasses, by the way. Snap-on glasses. These are always good to grab. Anything you see that's Snap-on that's out. $18.25. Those are new in the package, so they're easy sell, easy ship. But anything you see that is, I'm going to P3 for the next one. They bought 2 of them? Did I have 2 of them? Huh. Okay, I guess I did. I had a brain fart there. I had to cut it out because I forgot what I was talking about, and I got on a whole different track. But what I was saying was, before I rudely interrupted myself, well, part of having the ADD, is that we want to up our sell-through rate but keep our current sales price. Every item that goes out of here averages $60, give or take. And that's a pretty good number, because I'm sure a lot of you guys would love to have, every time that cha-ching comes through on your phone, know that you just sold $60 worth of stuff. So we've worked hard on finding bigger items, and these are not it, because these 2 sold for $39.96. I got these at the World's Longest Yard Sale, the 127 sale. I gave, I bundled them together, and I think I allocated about $2 a piece into them, so they sold, for that, not bad. $4 into 40, and it only took a couple months. That's okay. the point of saying, you know, what our sell-through rate is that promotions helps us with that. It definitely helps us with that. A lot of our items sell promoted. I'm going to make a video in the future at some point. This is a Calvin Klein vest, a puffer vest. And we had a lot of interest in it, a lot of views, a lot of questions, but it just wasn't worth a ton. $13 plus shipping going out of here. Had it listed, I think, for $15.99. So it took a little bit lower of an offer. ZZP. Oh, okay, cool. These sold. Awesome. And this is an example of, you know, I love when the cha-ching happens. But promoted listings is where a lot of our items sell out of. And yes, it says G2, but I don't see it in G2. It's because they're right on top. Duh! They were right here, and I looked right past them. I even looked at them. But I love when the cha-ching comes in and it's stuff like this, because that is an easy shipper, easy lister, and it sold for $139.99 plus shipping. And I had a lot of interest in it, a lot of lowball offers. Did I let them phase me? Absolutely not. Doesn't say it sold on promoted, did it? Yeah, it sold promoted. So that means that there was plenty of them listed, and mine sold because it was one of the first ones to be seen. So that's always good. Rampage, Total Destruction, Nintendo Wii, Media 4. $139 sale because I spent 5% more. I spent $5. Well, no, that would actually be $7. $7. Rampage, Total Destruction, right there. One of the later games that we have listed. Uh-oh, she moved stuff. Angie moved stuff on me. These, I believe, were over there. I hope she changed the location. But Rampage, Total Destruction, easy shipper. Love stuff like this because it's so easy to ship. That sold for, what did you sell for, Rampage? $7.98. I'll tell you now, Angie listed that because I would not. That is not something that I would do. I no longer list video games under $15. I'll put them in her pile and she can list them, but it drives me nutty. It drives me nutty. I do want to go through, there's a set of jeans down here somewhere. There they are. I do want to go through and have a discussion about sell-through rate and about promoted listings and show you exactly what I think. Stoic Reseller. Him and I had a good conversation. He is a smart dude. He's a real smart dude. I don't know if you're on his channel, but go check him out. If you like data-driven kind of conversations and you like to debate, he is a good fella to debate with. We had a good conversation. Those, by the way, are American Eagle Stretch Slim Bootcut Long Jeans. Took us a while to sell them because they've been listed for months and months and months, but they finally got out of here for $15 plus shipping. $15 plus shipping, so they're easy to ship too. Ooh, my cassettes have started to sell. Judas Priest is what I sold first. Which ones are those? Those are the first ones that I listed too. Oh boy, my whole shelf is moving. That was not good. Judas Priest. It's all these cassettes here, and I don't like the way that was working. There they are. Those guys, that stack of cassettes. I bought that whole lot of hard rock and records, hard rock cassettes and records, 167 cassettes, 77 records. I listed all the cassettes. I haven't gotten through the records yet. I'm probably about halfway through the records, and I've made about 20 drafts, I think, of records. I did find one. I wanted to show you guys this. That was kind of weird. LA Guns. If you see this record out and about, LA Guns, Cocked and Loaded. This is their first release. It is a bolo. I'm going to list it for $129.99. That's a shocker to me. I would have never thought that that was a good record. I've got other LA Guns in here, but I haven't gotten to them yet. So I'm going through those. But this is my first tape sale. I just listed these tapes. Just got into listing them last week. They've only been listed for a couple days. And all my Judas Priest. I had these listed for $44.99. They're not in the best of shape. They're not great titles. They're in the cassette era, so they're not worth a ton. $44.99. Took an offer of $40 plus shipping to get them out of here. Xbox 360 Q4. Ooh, this is a guitar here. I hope it's boxed up because I don't like boxing these things. They're hard. Angie does them. I need a sweep in here. Good Lord, it's dirty. Nope, it's not boxed up. No. The strap, the guitar, the game, the whole caboodle with the kit. and I don't know what it sold for. We like to pick up Guitar Hero stuff. If you can get this stuff cheap, it's definitely worth getting. There are some guitars out there that are worth like 150, 200 bucks. I don't know what they are. Scott from Trading Post Pickers told me about one the other day. I was like, what? I've never heard of that one. And he showed it to me. And I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. We've sold a lot of pretty good ones, and I think that this was another one. This was another cha-ching. $89.99 plus shipping. Came with a game. We did sell it with the Beatles Rock Band game and the guitar and everything going out of here. But that's still... Is that the right one? I feel like... Yeah, it's the right one. There we go. $89.99 plus shipping. Whew, I get scared. You know, sometimes I screw up. Never happens. Sometimes I screw up and, you know, ship the wrong one. Little remote control action a la Shagan. I'ma resell it. Another great YouTube channel if you're not watching him. Toshiba remote control for $7.99 plus shipping. You know, we can't really test that they operate. All you can do is kind of film the end of it and show that, you know, it's shooting infrared stuff. Got some hot sauce. Hot sauce. This is one of the first things that we listed. I got this for Christmas maybe last year, year before. I can't remember. I don't know. It was pretty cool. I got it for Christmas. None of the flavors. Oh, this one is a good one. Okay, there it is. None of these flavors sounded good. Now, today, I would have probably opened this because I am addicted to things that are jalapeno. But the garlic habanero, I don't like chipotle. I don't really care for habanero, but I do like jalapeno. And this sold for $10 plus shipping. Had it listed for a long time. And finally got somebody interested, so we took an offer on it and got it out of here. Sold Metallica 3 tape lot. I have a feeling that these aren't going to last long. Maybe 3 tape lot. Vintage Metallica cassettes. If you can get stuff from the 80s, they're going to go for decent money, and especially if they're in great shape. Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All, and Load. And see, they're not in great condition. That thing's busted. I did take pictures of everything. Those are going out here for $34.99. Usually you can get cassettes pretty cheap. Pretty darn cheap. So $34.99 for 3 cassettes. So we're already... I need to get like a board like Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, does. I need to get a board like that to keep track, because that's $75 in 2 lots that are going out of here. I got to get back to my $700 investment. Angie's going to murder me if I don't. Sold a knife. Sold a knife, sold a knife, sold a knife. Winchester, little display knife. Probably wouldn't use these. They're just cool to display. Neat little collector tin. Sold this guy. We bought it down at the 127 sale. I feel like I paid $10 for it. Paid kind of up, thinking it would be worth a little bit more. They didn't do bad. Didn't do bad. At $28.98, I think. Yeah, $28.98. So it didn't do terrible. It didn't do great, but it didn't do terrible. But it took a couple months to sell. So, you know, more cassettes. More cassettes. Megadeth. If I can get this thing to open. I need to lock these wheels because this top drawer is a little bit sticky when it comes to opening. Megadeth right here. A 2 cassette tape lot. Megadeth is a heavier band, as is indicated by the name Megadeth. And Dave Mustaine is the lead singer's name. Very famous in the heavy metal world. They sold for $21.99. Some other good names to look for would be Pantera. That could be worth more by themselves. Pantera, Motorhead has a huge following. Of course, Ozzy Osbourne. We already talked about Judas Priest. Kiss, Iron Maiden is a pretty solid one. I think I listed this lot of just 7 cassettes of Iron Maiden for like $100. So they're pretty solid ones to find too. It's kind of a hard genre. If you listened to pop and stuff back then, see, I should have just stayed right there because I sold a Motorhead lot too. I just talked about them. They have a huge following. I saw them once on accident. I was at Ozfest, and the band that we were there to see had just gone off stage, and so we were right in the front. It was a second stage. There was nothing good on the first stage coming up, so we stayed right in the front, and it was supposed to be the headliner for the second stage before they went into the main event on the first stage. We stayed right there, had never heard of this band before in our life, and it was Motorhead, and it was amazing because it was like Ozfest in like 1999. It was a killer show. If you've ever seen Motorhead, you know how awesome they can be. 3 Motorhead cassettes, $31.49. So right there, you know, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lots, and we're well over $100, well on our way to getting our money back from that lot there. So I'm happy with that. A swivel straight, oh my goodness, this is the big tree stand. I don't know what she did with it. I'm not going to pull it just yet because it's big and it's going to get in the way. I don't even see where she put, there it is. It's right there. It's this big guy. It's a big tree stand. We saw it at a yard sale. I think we paid $5 or $10 for it. It wasn't much, but we knew Christmas is coming, so it's going to sell. And I'll just tell you about it. That one sold for $119.99, and we just listed that last week. So it's going to get out of here today and make somebody happy. We got some more Cards Against Humanity. I only have 56 sets available. I need to lot these up. Somebody gave us the idea, and we kind of talked about it too, of lotting them up. There they are. Cards Against Humanity. All these boxes back there. This whole bin. This whole damn bin is nothing but Cards Against Humanity. But, like, you know, we only have like $30 in this whole bin. So it really isn't that bad, you know. We still haven't made our money back out of it yet, but $30 for that whole bin isn't terrible. You know, stupid. What did this sell for? $5.52. I sent an offer of 8% off of $6. So it sold for $5.52. Going out of here just like that. I think we'll do more with selling those. Oh, my local boys, they lost this weekend. FC Cincinnati H2. This is like a porch flag that you would hang up, kind of following in Kevin's footsteps, where he loves selling these flags. I see it, but I can't get to it. Back there in the corner, right there. One of those kind of flags, a banner that you would hang on your porch. They bought this after they lost, which is a shame because they were in the running to win the MLS Cup. It sold for $12. I think I had it listed for $13.99. They took an offer. I got it for $1 at a yard sale. Easy pickup, easy ship, easy thing, everything about it. I've got a DeMarini, a bat, double wall, DXF2, DX1. DXF2 is a softball bat. I can't really see. It looks really faded if I remember it correctly. I'm a little worried about this one going out of here. I'll be real honest with you. Just because the person asked a whole bunch of questions. This looks like it. These are easy to ship. We'll drop them in a 4866 box and cut the box down. But the person just asked a bunch of questions. But they're not even a bunch of questions. They just, how they communicated was weird. I don't know how to explain it. They just communicated weird. But it sold for $25 plus shipping. See how dirty my floor is? I need to sweep. I need to sweep. It needs to happen. It will happen after this. Jeanette Oki, a prairie, what? What? I have no idea what this is, where it came from, how we got it. It's in the C3. It's a paperback book set. I don't read. Do I look like I read? I have no idea. None whatsoever. And I almost wonder if it's not something Angie just listed recently. Oh my goodness. I scared myself something. There it is. Back there. It's a sealed paperback book set. Mostly sealed. Not sealed at all. It's not sealed at all. Paperback book set. It just looked sealed. I guess the seal split. I don't know. But it sold, and that's all that matters. And it sold for decent money too. $24.98. $24.98 going out of here on that one. Disney Cinderella Plate. Boy, I love these things. Man, we had a couple things get broken in shipping, and we were going to get bent over on them. One of them was that Cinderella, the princess lamp. That did not make it. Did not make the trip. They are saying that we didn't package it properly. And I packaged it right. I know I packaged it right. The box had 0 damage on the outside, but they're saying that it arrived damaged. They said, the box must have gotten shipped. They got it 8 days ago. And what I think happened is they put it up, they put it somewhere, and they broke it, and then they put it back in the box and said, hey, you broke it. Mainly because we had wrapped it in bubble wrap, and there was no bubble wrap that they showed in the box. They said it arrived damaged. So they only showed it with packing paper. You know, we used the butcher paper, but we wouldn't have done just that. I wrapped it in bubble wrap. This guy, however, sold on an offer for $9.19. So getting that one out of here. I got a Christmas tree ornament. It is that time of season, so I want to get these out of here. Had it listed for $14.99. Took an offer of $13, so we're going to get that gone. Hopefully it's the only one in here. I don't know. Ornament. Hopefully it's the only one in here because it says ornament. The only way to verify is to open that. And that would kind of defeat the purpose of putting it in the box to begin with, right? See, it says ornament. Ornament. Mickey Mouse Club Hallmark ornament. I believe that's it. I sound like Porky Pig. $13 going out of here. Hey, look. More cassettes. Man, I'm going to have to add these up for real. For real, for real. More cassettes. Motley Crue flying on out of here. Maybe these are Christmas gifts. I don't know. I wouldn't have expected this one to sell as quick. Motley Crue isn't such... It doesn't have a... I mean, they do have a good following. I don't want to say that. Cassette tape lot of 5. $29.99 going out of here. So what? We got $29.99, $21.99, $31.99, $35.99, $34.99, and $40. I gotta add all that up because that's adding up pretty good already. And I know that I'm gonna get my bread and butter on the actual records once I get those listed. That's where the most money is gonna come. But we'll still get a pretty good job or a pretty good chunk of change out of the tapes. I listed $800 worth of tapes. And I still have a couple to list. I still have these box sets to list, which is probably another $60, $70 is my guess worth of tapes. So we'll get those listed. But if you made it this far, thank you for tuning in. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about my philosophy with the promoted listings. How do you do it? How do you promote your listings? Tell me what you think about our sales this weekend. I think we did pretty darn good if you don't ask me. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that kind of crazy stuff. And I will see you on the next one.